Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Karen. I hope you're all having a fantastic week. Slightly different video this week because I'm going to be doing my own nails, which as you can see are a bit of a nightmare. They're not the worst that they've been, but they definitely need an infill for sure. They need a rebalance and they just need a general tidy up. And I'm going to be doing this here with a kind of builder in a bottle, which is a soft gel. So we're just going to jump in and get started and get these looking a bit more prettier than they already are. Okay guys, so I just wanted to show you what I will be using to kind of prep for the redesign. This is my Medicool Pro Efile, which I absolutely adore. It is from the Little Nail Shop. Links are down below. And I'm also going to be trying out this Melody Susie Efile bit as well that was sent to me in a PR package. So just to begin with, as you can see here, using that Efile and the Melody Susie bit, I am just removing the old design. I am not going to be filing all the way down to pretty much nothing. I just want to remove a bulk of that design. So the gel polish and those little hearts as well too that I have encapsulated. So as soon as that sort of gel polish is off, then that's sort of really where I stop, because I still want to keep a nice sort of base layer on as well too. So yeah, so using this Efile bit, it was okay. I wasn't massively blown away by it, I have got to be honest. I do have some bits there from Willow, and I have to say I really like the Willow Efile bits. Now obviously with this being a soak off gel, I could soak these off if I wanted to do a complete fresh set, but I don't. I just want to maintain them and you know, just kind of like, you know, infill them. So this is why I didn't want to take everything off and soak it all off. But like I say, I think if I was doing this normally, I would probably revert back to my Willow Efile bits. I cannot tell you how beneficial it is, basically. I was trying to think of the word there. How beneficial it is to have a really good Efile bits. Over the years, I have tried various bits from eBay, from various online sort of, you know, generic selling sites, but I have to say that the best ones are definitely those who are specific nail tech companies. I think because they have tried and tested them, and by far for me the Willow ones are great. So I will pop the link for Willow. I don't have any discount codes or anything like that there, but I'm sure they might do. You could always ask them or keep an eye out on their socials and see if they've any wee codes, but I have to say I would definitely recommend Willow ones. So yeah, so once I have these all taken down and removed, as you can see, I'm just sort of working there on the pinky, which is always a really awkward one for me. So I kind of like twist it round, fold it over. My fingers are pretty much every shape. I wanted to show this on my left hand because if I was doing it on my actually dominant hand, it is just, I can't do it underneath the camera. It's just too difficult. But once I have a bulk of that then removed with the Efile, I just kind of go in and just sort of refine that down and get any little bits that I've missed, especially down round sort of the side walls there and along the tip, and just sort of smooth everything over, make it nice and neat. Okay, now on to my favourite bit, which is prep, and I could spend so long on my prep, you would not believe it, and I have done in the past, I really have. But the way I see it is that good prep makes for a solid foundation, and if you've got it right, you won't have any issues with lifting, etc. So using my Willow cuticle pusher here, I'm just pushing back that cuticle, and then using my little cuticle bit for the Efile, I am just removing all that cuticle layer that's just kind of built up around, and I do get a lot of it, as you can see. And this little bit just, it's amazing because it gently pushes back as well as removes all that kind of dead debris that builds up. So So yeah, so this is one of the bits where I really love to take my time, and it is a fantastic bit. Again, I think this is willow, but I will double check, but I'm pretty sure it is willow. But yeah, so once I have that all sort of tidied up, I give it a good brush off, and then ready then for the next bit, which is going in with my cuticle nippers here. Now these cuticle nippers are rubbish, I'm not gonna lie. I definitely want to invest in either maybe Navy Pro, some Navy Pro cuticle nippers. I might have a look at Katie Barnes as well. She's got like these really fine little sort of cuticle type scissors, and so yeah, I might have a look. But either way, it's definitely got to be an investment. These ones here are just generic, and I really wouldn't recommend them. But once I have them all tidied up, because it makes such a difference removing all that, you know, that sort of that dead skin. It's just, oh, what a difference. This is what I'm going to be using today, which is the Neo Nail Revital Base Fiber. It is amazing. I absolutely love this stuff. It was Kelly over at Chronically Creative who told me all about this, and from she sent me a bottle to try, I have just loved it. Wonderful thing about it is that once you have your nail prepped and you know, wiped off obviously with alcohol to dehydrate it, you can just go ahead. You don't need to prime or anything like that there. This has it all built in, so you can just go ahead, and as you can see here, I am just putting down basically the first layer. I'm putting it on as you would do really a gel polish, sort of keeping it away from touching any of the skin before I cure then in the lamp. And once that's all cured, then I just kind of check to sort of see where I need to rebalance or add like a, you know, maybe say add a little bit more of an apex. So that's what I do. I like to sort of check from the side there to see what I'm at. So this is me now going in and just adding a little bit of an apex to where I feel I might need it. The good thing about this is that it is a soak off gel, but also you can extend up to 7 mil, I believe. I think it's 7 millimeters, I believe. And it's just amazing. It's so flexible. I have been wearing it now for months, and it is just, I cannot tell you guys how good it is. So if you live in the UK, you will be able to purchase it through the little nail shop. Otherwise, you can go onto Neo Nail's website and double check to see where your distributors are, because they do have distributors all around the world. But anyway, so once it's cured, I have removed that tacky layer with, again, some alcohol, and as you can see, I'm going in here and I'm just changing the nail shape here to almost kind of like an oval. I just fancy to change the nail shape, and sometimes I get it in my head that sort of oval sits my hands a little bit better, rather than the like of square, soft square, even though I love those shapes. So yeah, I just fancy to change really. So that's why I'm doing this now. I'm just reshaping those nails, and then I'll come back to you in a bit once I've finished my filing. Okay, so before I go ahead and decorate these, there's still a couple of steps that I like to do. One is I really like to give them a good buff. Now, some people don't buff, but I swear by it. I just think that it gives a much nicer finish. And what I'm going to be working with isn't quite as self-leveling as some gel polishes. So I really want to make sure that all lumps and bumps, as much as possible, are completely eradicated at this point. So once I've done that, give them a buff over, then I'm going to dust them off, and then I go back in then with this little cone bit, and that is just to sort of, you know, finish off round the cuticles and make sure that everything blends in really well, because I hate having the like of a ridge or anything like that there. I like the nail to be completely seamless, and it makes for such nicer prep, for such nicer application. And this is what we're going to be using. This is the Madame Glam. This is their new pudding gels, which I have been sent courtesy of the lovely Karina, along with this little applicator brush, which I will be using today as well. As you can see, it's just basically like a sort of simple gel application brush, nothing too fancy, but it is such a nice gel too, or sorry, such a nice brush to use. So we've got the cherry there, the hot pink, the plum rose, which is beautiful. We have the coral one, and then this is iris. I'm going to be using this one today. I love this beautiful lilac, and also this nude pink as well too. So that's the two I'm going to be using. So I'm just going in then with some iris there, and as you can see, these are super pigmented. So it's a soak off gel, pretty much just like a brush on gel polish, but not quite. It's more like a creamy sort of consistency. It's not a hard gel, and you wouldn't put a hard gel anyway on top of a soak off, but it just has more of a sort of like a buttercream consistency to it. And what you want to do whenever you're applying these is to work in thin layers. You're better adding a few thin layers than putting it on too thick, because they're so pigmented. You could end up getting bubbling and some undercuring in that there. So make sure that you're just kind of smoothing that out. It does look a little bit patchy to begin with, but once it's built up, they are lovely, and these would be absolutely gorgeous matte. I never wear matte nails, I don't know why, but if you are a fan of wearing matte, I think these here would be perfect for it. So that's me going in now with the second coat, and to be quite honest with you, I was really happy at a second coat coverage wise. I just want to be careful there again not to get any uncured product on the skin, and keep it really nice and neat. Don't forget as well too that you can go in with a little brush just in case you do, a little clean up brush, just to wipe anything off there if you do accidentally touch the cuticle area. So once I have that second layer, then we will go in for a cure and get that iris all cured up. It is such a nice colour. Before I start working on the remaining two nails, because the ring finger and the middle finger I'm going to be doing something different on, I'm just going to go over here with some No White Top Coat. I just want to make sure that everything is sealed in there, and I'm pretty much sort of finished off, so that I don't have any issues then of anything sort of sticking to it and all the rest of it, you know, with the tacky layer. So we'll go in for a wee cure here, and then I'm just moving on now to the middle finger and the ring finger, and this is the nude pink, which is a beautiful sort of warm toned nude colour. It is absolutely gorgeous. This would be beautiful for bridal nails, or just anybody that really sort of likes these more sort of soft pastel-y nude colours. Oh, it's so pretty. And that's the first layer. Again, this is a little bit patchy on the first layer, but I think that once I got the second layer on, built up a wee bit, it just looked really, really, really nice. And I was actually happy with the two layers. At first, initially, I sort of thought this is going to take 3, but it didn't. I was actually quite happy with it. Don't forget as well too that the link as well to Madame Glam is below, just in case you do want to go check them out. I think these are only available to VIP members though, I think. But you can double check. Before I cure these, by the way, or before I cure this nail, I'm just going in with, this is I think this is sandstone glitter, and I have just picked out a few of the sort of smaller chunks out of that, and I've done exactly the same as you can see there on the ring finger. And now I'm just going in with some gloss, some top coat, and I'm kind of almost sort of pulling it up into an apex, flipping that over then, and then I'm going to go into the lamp for a cure. And then finally then I've got some cuticle oil to put on just to replenish everything and give them a good bit of nourishment after all that dehydrating. Ta-da! That is the finished look using the Neweer Revital Base Fibre and the Madame Glam Pudding Gels in Iris and Nude Pink. I hope you enjoyed this. I know it is probably not the most exciting design, just my kind of natural nails, maintaining them, but I thought I would show you guys what I go through, the steps that I go through. So I will be back next week with another video. I will see you all then. Take care and have a wonderful week. And don't forget to leave a little hello in that down below for me. And I will see you in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye.